Hey guys, it's John at Goose Creek Cycle, and today we're going to be looking at the 2020 Specialized Comp Carbon Stumpjumper. Before we get going too far, I remind you guys to hit the little subscribe button in the lower right hand corner of your screen. It helps us out a lot. We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers so that we can live stream some of the events around here. So that's what we're doing. If you could hit that little button, it helps us out a huge bunch. So anyway, the Stumpjumper Comp Carbon. If you're not familiar with the Stumpjumper, this is a specialized trail bike. It is a 150 millimeter fork, 140 in the rear. Incredibly efficient bike for that much travel, and it's one of the best all-around trail bikes on the market right now. So when you look at if you're looking at trail bikes, a lot of you get kind of dumped into these little niche-y small brands. What I like to point out, it's kind of a little different than the normal groupthink, is that these small brands have these nice sort of name appeals and all that, and it's fantastic, but they do not have the R&D departments that a company like Specialized have. So they really can do tests that other companies can't do on these bikes and make just wonderful bikes. People just have to get around the fact that you're buying from a big company, which is, is what it is. So let's look at it a little more closely. Rear shock, we've got a Fox DPS rear shock. And last year, actually, they introduced a asymmetric mount here. And what that does is it allows you to use a standard shock, so there's no more proprietary stuff. You can put really whatever shock you want on there. It gives a little more lateral stiffness to the bike, and just makes it a sort of a more workable, stiff system. So you want your bike to be stiff where it's supposed to be stiff, and work functionally where it's supposed to pivot. You want the softness of a bike to come from the pivots, not from the frame. So that's a little more laterally stiff and sort of cool asymmetric linkage here. Also features in the frame swap box. A lot of guys, they actually make a raincoat specifically for this. If you do get caught out in the rain, you can have a rain jacket with you at all times. The water bottle cage just pops off, and there's storage inside your frame for any number of things. Tube, rain jacket, whatever you want to carry in there. You've got some extra storage, and it just pops off and on pretty easily, and there you have it. It comes with the tool that mounts right to that water bottle cage. The Comp Carbon is set up with a SRAM NX Eagle 12-speed. So this is the 1050 cassette, so 10 feet small cog, 50 on the top. That is plenty of gear range for anybody. It's almost too much for a lot of people. SRAM guide brakes, so you get hydraulic brakes on there, and then the Fox Rhythm fork, 34 millimeter stanchions. So with the manual lockout there. The Stumpjumper is available in 29 and 650B, or 27.5. This is the 29-inch version. And the black is really just a raw carbon, and it's almost impossible to get a picture of that carbon here on the film, but it's not the traditional braided carbon you're seeing. You can actually see all the individual pieces of carbon they've used to make this frame, which is really cool. If you look at Specialized stuff, they do a different lay for every frame size. Every frame size is optimized for that size. So it's not just one geometry that they've moved into, expanded or shrunk to fit each one. Each size is fit for that size. So each size is its own newly engineered size-specific frame, which is amazing. And that's again what I was telling you about, having a company this big that can have the R&D to do that and to really make each frame size specific. Coming with the X-Fusion dropper post, which is a solid post. Maybe not as nice as the Fox, but it's on this level of bike. We've had really good luck with the X Fusions. Aluminum bar, just a stock aluminum specialized bar. Threaded bottom bracket, for those of you that care about such things. Threaded bottom brackets save you a lot of time and effort. And the movement to press fit and all that for a while was really annoying for the mechanics and gave a lot of issues. So the threaded bottom brackets have solved all that with SRAM's dub components now that are sort of a universal size that give you almost the same width of spindle as the press fit 30s and BB 30s did, but still able to get into a standard English threaded bottom bracket, which is nice. A little bit of red on the inside of this frame, which is pretty cool. They say there's rocket red on this frame in the description, but that's about it. Other than that, it's a pretty blacked out frame. Roval wheels. And all in all, just a great all-around trail bike. Alright, well that's it. That's today's little Bing from the Big S. Thanks for watching. And enjoy. If you ever get a chance to get your hands on one of these and ride them on the trail, they are super fun.